Okay, here we go. Almost there. Almost to Memorial Day weekend. Another day, another dollar. Heading to work. It's got a nip to the air, but sunny. Definitely gonna need these sunglasses, like immediately. Okay. Now, what is on the agenda today? Racism, white supremacy, gender dysphoria. Oh, yeah, wow. All right, let me go blind real quick. Clean off the windows. That didn't help much. A little bit of the glare off, I guess, but Little Mermaid. How little white kids gotta feel guilty about wanting to be represented, and every other little kid's okay. That's always a plus. You know, I think the 90s, maybe I'm biased, because that was my decade I grew up in. I think the 90s was the least racist time in this country. Maybe early 2000s, it was still along that thing. No, because as soon as 9/11 hit, it really hit the fan. You know, I would say the 90s. The 90s was the least racist time in our country. It's like racism was on a decline from like the 20s all the way down to the 30s, 40s, 60s, took a big dip in the civil rights movement. Then at 90s, it was almost like peak low. That was where you started having like little white kids idolizing athletes and rap stars, and there were black people that were idolized in the public sphere and the zeitgeist. And it wasn't just white anymore. It was white and black. That there was rumors of like black politicians moving their way up the ranks. It was a big time. I mean, it was just after the crazy 80s with the Rodney King things and all that shit. The first time a black guy got away with murder with what's his face, OJ. Would be the last. But it's 90s was the least racist time. And then after 9/11 hit, racism kicked up because our president pointed our aim at Middle East, which, from what I understand, they attacked us because we demolished their homeland back in the late 80s with George Bush Sr. I mean, you didn't find it funny that the war we were fighting under George Bush Sr. stopped the whole time Clinton was in reign, and then happened to kick back off when George Bush Jr. like ran and did his thing? That's not coincidental. It's not I'm not saying 9/11 was an inside job or nothing like that, but it's awful coincidentally. Awfully coincidental. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's coincidental anymore. With this whole white supremacy thing. I mean, I think my whole life growing up, I probably never heard of one white supremacist being a terrorist in America. And I've heard of rumors of like them lynching people in the past and running with gangs and burning crosses and all this horrible shit. Disgusting. But my whole life, it was never a thing. It never really happened. I am sure it happened behind closed doors, maybe back alleys, or, I mean, just wasn't talked about, I guess. I don't know. But all of a sudden, our president calls out white supremacy is the biggest threat to America, as an old rich white guy himself. Some idiot he is. Like, yeah, the biggest threat is people who look like me with money in power, but not me. Everyone else that looks like me. We're all fucking idiots. Anyways, and then all of a sudden, in the last like year or two, what has there been? 3 or 4 white supremacist terrorist plots foiled? There's been a black white supremacist. There's been I think a trans white supremacist, a Latino white supremacist. I I mean, how many colors have to be involved before it's not white supremacy anymore? It's just a crazy fucking person. And now some U-Haul crashes into the Capitol barricades and they happen to see 2 or 3 cops folding a Nazi flag. Only thing in the back is a Nazi flag, right? Just a dolly and a Nazi flag. They rented the U-Haul to put their big Nazi flag in the back. You fucking kidding me? And the crazy part is, there's so many people that believe this shit. I mean, the government is blatantly lying to our fucking faces and then telling us that the sky is raining. I mean, saying, oh, no. Don't worry about what you're seeing here. Look over there. Look at that. It's like we're all fucking idiots. For anybody who would believe that there was some terroristic white supremacy threat with a Nazi flag in a U-Haul, guy rented a fucking U-Haul to put his Nazi flag in it. Come on. You don't think we're being manipulated? How about January 6th? When you find out there's hundreds of, like, undercover agents. I mean, what percentage of that was the mob that broke into the fucking Capitol? Oh, what the fuck was that? That's a fucking animal. Anyways, there's, if 60 or 70% of the people breaking into the Capitol are undercover agents from the FBI and ATF and CIA and police. If like 60 to 70% are those agents, what the fuck? So you're with a mob of people. Say you, as a regular person, go to a rally, a protest, something you want to yell for, like a Trump rally. You know, you go to a Trump thing, and there's probably 1,000 people there, and you look around, and about 400 or 500 of those people start marching in one direction. Like, oh shit, I guess that thing's leaving. Let's go with these guys. I'm sure everyone's not speaking with each other and telling what's going on. And if it is, I'm sure it's getting ransacked, people yelling and tensions rising. And they're running down the thing, and all of a sudden, you're in the back of the line, and you see like the front few hundred people going into the White House. Like, oh shit, they're going into the White House. That's awesome. What a protest. This is great. And then, like, you come walking out an hour later after just, like, kind of looking around. I mean, I saw a lot of those cameras or those videos of the January 6th riots, and I see people literally walking around, taking pictures. It was like a fucking husband and wife, like, oh, great. I didn't know this Trump rally was taking us into the White House. This is fantastic. Oh, open window? What a cool thing. But then they don't want to release, I think, thousands of hours of the tapes because it might compromise so many undercover agents that were in the protests. So if those tapes in the January 6th crazy riots shows a bunch of undercover people leading the way into the Capitol, literally egging the crowd on into the Capitol, how is that not being fucking manipulated? Especially if you don't know what the fuck is, you're just following the crowd. You're at a goddamn Trump rally. The Trump rally's walking this way. Let's walk this way. Trump rally's going to the White House. Great. Yay me. Great day. I get a trip to the White House. I mean, you're in the Capitol. You know the White House is down the goddamn road. And just the way that was manipulated. And then in the same fact, you flip them around, how the riots for the BLM things were completely downgraded. I mean, if you put those two side by side, it's not even close. BLM is 100 times deadlier than that January 6th shit. It's fucking disgusting. And I'm not saying it's right what they did, but honestly, I don't think they did what they said they did. I'm sorry, but I trust the government about as far as I can throw my fucking car. Just because they don't care about being secret anymore, about lying to our faces. I mean, literally, you have Biden screaming at people, talking about white supremacy at a black college as a rich, white, old, powerful man. So he's basically describing himself, but telling everybody, no, but not me. No, not me. I'm the good, rich, white, powerful man. I'm the one who put all the prices up. I'm the one who made you hate your neighbor. No, but not me. I remember, I go back to the 90s. At least they were being secretive. You didn't, there was rumors of it, yes. But now they're fucking doing it to our faces like we're a bunch of fucking idiots. And I don't know if they care if I pity them, but I'm sorry. I pity most of the black community. To stand up for a side of the government that literally had your ancestors in chains for hundreds of years and then fought in a war to try and keep you in chains. Now you're on the front line fighting for them. I understand time heals all wounds, but it's not like it's some fucking big secret. It's not like a bunch of the fucking enterprises that they are cahoots with are also still kind of currently being pretty fucking racist. When you have the owner of Planned Parenthood saying she wants to eradicate the Negro population, not too long ago, do you not see things? I hate the left side because all I hear from the left side is how much I am hated just because of the color of my skin. That's it. For no other reason, I am the devil because my skin is white, light complexion. So I am hated from them. So I can't stand them. I think they're fucking lying pieces of shit that like to manipulate. I think they both do. I think the Democratic Party now is just, it's almost evil with like some of the stuff they're doing. But as a black person, you know what's been said about you from them, right? The vice president of the United States probably put more innocent black people away than the fucking civil rights movement. Do you remember her crime bill in California? She wanted cheap labor, kept sending everybody to fucking jail. 80% of them people of color. That doesn't matter because she's of color too, right? Fuck the goddamn colors. Just look at it with your eyeballs. Now, I'm not saying represent Republican, because I'm sure they're crooked too. Just play somewhere in the middle. Don't be a fucking stooge. Oh well. Hey, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. But what you should do, go outside and talk to people. Talk to people in the grocery store. Of every fucking race, gender, creed, or whatever the hell you want to fucking mix up with. Hey, have fun. Tomorrow's Friday.